Hi everyone, and welcome to this online session for postgraduate research, fees and funding. In this session, we'll cover the cost of postgraduate research study at university, information on student loans, scholarships, and bursaries, as well as how you can pay your tuition fees once you start studying. Tuition fees can vary based on a number of factors. Those include whether you're a home or an international student. If you are an international student, your fees will also vary depending on the school your research sits under. The type of doctoral degree also varies in price. An MPhil or an MSc by research will cost less than a PhD or a postdoc. Your fees per year will be dependent on whether you study full-time or part-time. For full detailed outline of tuition fees, please visit the webpage shown on screen. There are also a number of cost factors to consider outside of tuition fees. The infographic on the screen from the Save the Students National Survey gives an idea of how much, on average, a student spends monthly across the country. When you're preparing to start university, you can set up a similar budget tool and look at whether your incomings will match or cover your predicted outgoings. If you are a University of Salford alumni, you can be eligible for the 20% discount. This is applied automatically to your tuition fees. There's currently no time limit on this, so whether you've graduated 1 or 10 years ago, you'd still be eligible for the discount. To find out more, please visit our fees and funding website. Other than tuition fees and living costs, you'll also need to consider additional costs such as bench fees and conference fees. Although bench fees are not applicable to each research project, it is worth researching whether your project may require them. These fees are additional program costs, such as specialized lab work, equipment that you may need to hire, or field work that you may need to carry out. Conference fees can also apply, as the University of Salford encourages their students to attend a range of conferences. Although not all of them cost money, like our Salford Postgraduate Annual Research Conference, others may cost money. The doctoral school does offer a £1,000 support to students who wish to attend conferences to present their research. If you are a UK home student, you may be eligible for Student Finance Loan. The information in this presentation is accurate for Student Finance England. If you live in another part of the UK, you should always check the terms and conditions of your loan to understand your eligibility. The loan you apply for depends on the level of research. So if you're looking at an MPhil or equivalent, you would apply for the master's loan. If you're looking at studying a PhD or equivalent, you would apply for the doctoral loan. Unlike an undergraduate degree, a postgraduate loan is paid directly to you, not the university. This means that there are no separate tuition fee and maintenance loans, and that you are responsible for setting up a payment plan with the university. Whether you qualify for postgraduate funding depends on your course, age, nationality, and residence status. To be eligible for the loan, you must be under the age of 60 on the first day at the start of your course. You'll also need to be a UK national or Irish citizen or have an EU settled status with indefinite leave to remain. You will not be eligible for the student finance loans if you already have a previous, equal, or higher postgraduate qualification, even if you did not take a loan at that time. The government websites on screen are a great place to start to find out more information. When applying for your degree, you'll need to know what academic year your course sits in. And when you're actually ready to apply for student finance, you can do this online or via post, and you'll need to have your proof of identity ready. If you're a UK national, you'll need to include your UK passport details. If you don't have your passport or it has expired, you can use your birth or adoption certificate instead. If you're an EU national and you have pre-settled or settled status under the EU settlement scheme, you will need to provide your share code to prove your immigration status and your identity. The full end-to-end process for the master's loan can take around 2 weeks, and to apply for your doctoral loan, you must do this within 9 months of the first day of your course start date. You will only need to apply for a loan once, even if your degree is longer than 1 academic year. Application is usually open around May-June for the upcoming academic year, so we do advise to check whether the master's or doctoral loan are accepting applications for your academic year by visiting the government website and just keeping an eye on that. The process is much simpler than undergraduate loan, as it doesn't include means testing. This does mean that you don't have to send off pay slips or other details confirming your household income. When it comes to repaying a loan, you'll repay a percentage of your income over the threshold for the type of loan that you're getting. So this may be worked out yearly or monthly or weekly, depending on how you're paid. And currently the threshold yearly is £21,000. You will pay back 6% of your income over that threshold, which is a different percentage to what an undergraduate loan is if you currently have one. So it is definitely well worth having a look on the government website to see exactly how your repayment will look depending on what payment plan you have. As with the undergraduate loan, if you have had one, they will add those up and you'll see that they'll differ. So at some point, if you're over both of the thresholds, you will be paying back both your postgraduate and your undergraduate loan. Regardless of how you're paying your tuition fees, you'll need to set up your payment plan during the registration process period to let us know exactly how you're funding your studies. Self-funding postgraduate students will be offered a choice of 7 consecutive monthly installments or to pay in full and receive a 3% discount. So for international students as well, you will need to pay a £5,500 deposit before you can receive an unconditional offer with us. And then for UK home students, you will be offered to pay in 3 termly installments. This is just to be in line with the postgraduate loan payments that other students would be paying for student finance. Typically, these fees would be paid online, either with a debit or a credit card, via our online payment center, if you're paying in installments by debit or credit card, by setting up a recurring card payment plan, or via international bank transfers or e-wallet. We have a variety of scholarships available. Each scholarship does come with its own eligibility criteria, so finding the right scholarship for you is important. We are currently offering 2 widening participation scholarships for UK candidates or students eligible with UK fees only, to increase the participation from groups currently underrepresented within research. The doctoral training partnerships include a variety of different PhD studentships and funding. Some of them do have specific fields that you need to study and other non-specific research areas. And they usually cover tuition fees, include a stipend, and some offer additional funding for research and professional development. We also have the Commonwealth Scholarships, which are funded by the UK Department for International Development, and they are offered to citizens of developing Commonwealth countries. These scholarships are dependent on various factors. As I've said, some may be research field specific, some are aimed at specific degree levels, so either an MPhil or a PhD, and some of them do have very strict criterion and deadlines, so we do advise that you check carefully the application process, as some scholarship deadlines require you to have completed and have an offer with us by a certain date. For more information, do visit our PhD studentship webpage. The link is on the screen right now. I hope you found this a helpful introduction to postgraduate fees and funding. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out.